What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about LCX today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 17th of May today. Here we are at 13.7 cents right now. 1 day, 22 hours left in the week. Is that true? 1 day, 21 hours and 50 minutes actually left in the week, yeah. Consolidating here. Looking at this on the weekly RSI, we're in a very strong posturing with the RSI, right? Getting overbought to this degree is nice to see. Not getting oversold, we like that, right? That's very good stuff. Overall, higher lows, higher highs. You've been in a respective consolidation phase essentially since February of 2024 now. A lot of crypto looks just like this, right? This is essentially the others chart. You know what I mean by others? The crypto total market cap excluding the top 10. If we're looking at this here, this looks, it literally looks identical. This looks identical to what this is, right? It's a little different, obviously, slight variation, but essentially the same thing. LCX, you've been in a consolidation for a whole damn year, over a year. I don't know, is this like a large diamond pattern? Like what is this? I don't know what this is. Some form of consolidation. You're finding support at prior areas of resistance here, prior areas of resistance here, prior areas of support right there, and even resistance back here. Finding support at key areas, holding higher lows overall. I like it. It looks good, right? Weekly RSI looks like it wants to move up higher. You're just loading up for that next big move, and I think that this reading will take you above this reading here in the overbought zone in the RSI, right? You did the same kind of thing over here. You got overbought, chilled, waited, loaded up, and then stronger reading here, and also a stronger move. My expectation would be as strong as this move was, this next move will be even stronger and likely propels you to new all-time highs. So by the end of June, that's my expectation. You will see new all-time highs. Not by the end of June. Probably it might be sometime in June that you see new all-time highs. I wouldn't think it'd be by the end of May. Not from this price. Maybe from this price. That'd be a lot of ground to cover. Not that you can't do it, but we've got, with this week excluded, 1 day, 22 hours left. 1, 2, we got 2 weeks, 2 weeks left until this month is done. You know what I mean? 2 weeks left. You've moved from this area in 2 weeks' time before to these areas. I'm not saying it's impossible. You could see new all-time highs by the end of May, but I think it will be sometime in June. And this move overall, like how this was a move up and then you chilled. This was a move up and then you chilled. This is a move up. This move here, I think, will not end until the end of June, if not early July. That's the expectation. If we're looking at the all-time high here to the low of the of the bear market back in 2022, the all-time high in November 2021. Sorry, hold. If we're looking at this all-time high to the bear market low, sorry about that, and we're projecting out from there, looking at the extension stuff like this. Whenever we do break out to new all-time highs, the minimum expected target would be about $1.30 to $3.65. Right, we're at about 14 cents now, just below there. So the expectations are exquisite. They're phenomenal. My expectation by the end of June, early July, would be that LCX is at about $1.30. That's the expectation. If you're not there, it's because you've only decided to go higher. Perhaps you are at prices around $2 and above. But much past that, I can't see. Could you go up to 365 by the end of June, early July? Sure, but that's a lot to ask for this kind of token. I don't know. Not that it won't see that eventually, and I think it will see that eventually, but 129 million, it's a pretty low market cap. It can happen. There's just not a whole lot of volume at these lows. I don't know what's going to propel it forward. I know that it's got a strong leg, or a strong leg to stand on, I should say, in the EU or in the UK, right? It's more integrated and further along than a lot of things as far as being integrated in the traditional financial system as far as crypto exchanges goes. It's more regulatorily, it's more up to date with the regulatory status and stuff like that, right? So it's in a good position there for European crypto markets, I think. But how valuable is that? How valuable can that be? Binance, the original exchange token, BNB, it's the most valuable exchange token. It's one of the top 5 coins. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I don't know if you're going to get to that kind of reading, but you still could see some phenomenal growth. I'm not throwing out this 26x. I'm just saying, 26x from here, a 10x gives you a $1.3 billion market cap, right? $1.3 billion market cap. 20x gives you about a 2.6, a little bit more than that. So what, like a $3 billion market cap? It could happen. It really could happen. Maybe you are at $3.65 by the end of June, early July. But my expectations they stick closer to about $1.30 to $2, something in that area. Oftentimes, I call for any coin that interacts with the 1414. I call for it to go just above the 1414 because that's the more common outcome. But in this scenario, you might find resistance right there because of the psychological resistance at $2, and that's about a 14x still. So something between a 9x and a 14x is what's coming over the coming month and a half now. And then by the end of May, I would anticipate we're at 31 to 41 cents. We're at 13.7 cents now. So we got a lot of growth to go. A lot of growth to go in a very short amount of time. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the cycle, if this thing was worth tens of billions of dollars in market cap valuation, to get a 100x from here, you'd need a $13 billion market cap. I think this thing is 100xable. I think it's multi-100xable. I don't believe it'll be worth $100 billion by the end of the by the end of the cycle with its market cap valuation. But could it be worth 20 billion? Sure. 40 billion? Sure. It could happen. This thing is multi-100xable. Absolutely, it is. And I think time will only prove that to be true. But we'll see how it goes. I'm expecting big things. I'm definitely expecting a huge breakout, something bigger than we've seen probably this whole bull cycle, because you got a year's worth of consolidation here, and I think it's going to let loose the goose, man. It's going to be phenomenal. But I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Actually, hold on real quick. We'll talk about some short-term stuff because I think we got away from that. Daily RSI, lower lows here, higher lows in the price. It's not a bad thing. You've broken out of your downtrend, right? You've broken out of it here, but you haven't had your, sorry, that's a horrible trend line, but you see what I'm talking about, the downtrend there. You broke out of it. You just haven't had your follow-through move. So I think a lot of coins, not a lot of coins, but there's a good bit of coins that have seen their follow-through moves already, their breakout moves, so to speak. LCX hasn't. I'm assuming that if you've been patient this whole time, you're going to get your moment. You're going to get your moment where you do outperform the average coin, probably coming up this week. I wouldn't be surprised at all if LCX over the next week, by the end of May here, again, was above 25 cents, maybe as high as 32 cents or even 40 cents by the end of the month. That's kind of the expectation. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Thank you all for being here. As far as going lower goes, I doubt it goes too much lower. You might go a little bit lower, but I think you're finding support here at 13.6 cents. I don't think you go too much lower. Bye-bye.